Let's talk about motif development for GCSE dance. Motifs can be developed by changing action, space, dynamics, or relationships. A motif is a single movement or short phrase of movement which shows the intention of a dance, so this helps the audience understand what your dance is about. These motifs are repeated and varied and developed by changing the movement throughout the dance, so we're going to look at how we can change the movement. Here's the original motif we're going to start with. So first we're going to vary that using action. So to change this motif using action, we can add or remove an action. We can vary the action by changing it slightly. We can use instrumentation. We can fragment the motif, which means we do the moves in a different order, or we can use retrograde, which means we do them in reverse. So in this version, I have varied the action, I've added an action, I've also used repetition, and I've used fragmentation. And in this version, I've used fragmentation and repeats. So you can basically take any of your starting moves that you had in your motif and use them in any way you want to develop it. Next, we're going to look at the use of space. So to develop a motif using space, you can change the levels, you can change the direction, you can change the pathways, or you can change the size of your movement by making your actions bigger or smaller. So in this example, I've changed the levels, I've also changed the direction I'm facing, I've travelled, and I've used different pathways. So to change dynamics, we can change the timing, we can add a pause, or we can accent a movement. We can also change the way we perform it by changing the dynamics. So for example, smooth instead of sharp and jagged. So here's an example. In this one, I've accented some of the movements. I've also added a pause. I've changed the timing and I've changed the dynamics. Relationships can also be used to change a dance. So for this, you can use formations, so where your dancers are standing in relation to each other. You can mirror an action. You can use complement and contrast, counterpoint, accumulation, lead and follow, or action and reaction. So if you've got a dance with 2 or more people, then you can use a combination of these to mix it up and make it interesting for the audience to watch. We can also vary our dance by using choreographic devices. These include motif and development, which is what we've discussed today, repetition, contrast, so which parts of the dance stand out from each other because they're very different, highlights. Now, I like to think of these as the key points that the audience will probably remember. A climax is generally towards the end of your dance, and it's the big part that the audience remember, and it stands out from the rest of the dance. So there could be a big build up towards the climax in your dance. We can also use unison and canon. I hope this helps you with your motif development for GCSE dance. I have got another video on complex motif development, so if you're looking for those higher grades, then check out the next video. I'll put a link below. Good luck!